Hi guys, next section here, we're gonna be working with exponent rules, so let's do it. Okay. All right, there are multiple rules that you can use here, but I do just want to go over a few, maybe just up here. If you are, that was a really bad X. Let's try this again. If you are multiplying things together, you're going to add their exponents. If instead it was raised to the power of, then you're going to, you're going to add your exponents with the first one. The second one, you would actually distribute and multiply your exponents together. If you were doing something like this, you subtract their exponents, so you would get x to the -1. So you would just get 1 over x here. Negative exponents moves it down to the bottom. And last rule, anything to the 0 power is 1. So let's go ahead and go about this. There are multiple routes that you can take, so there's not just one way that you can do these. First thing that I want to do is I do have a 3 on the outside of this one. So we are going to distribute the 3 first. There are, you can do it kind of in any order you want, but I just like to do this first. This is 2 to the 3rd, x to the -12th, and then still y to the 0. And let's just rewrite our bottom. Okay, now continuing on, we can go ahead and simplify some things. Y to the 0 is just 1, so those are going to go away. We can simplify 2 to the 3rd is 8. And let's just leave this for now. 2 times 2 is 4. All right, and now we can continue. 8 divided by 4 is 2, so I'm just going to have 2 on the top. And now I'm going to combine these x's here. So we're going to do -12 minus 2, which is -14. That means that it's going to be x to the -14, meaning x is going to go down to the bottom, and y squared just stays down there. It doesn't have anyone to combine with. Now my last step is going to be moving this guy down to the bottom. So we're going to get 2 over x to the 14th y squared. Again, there are multiple ways you can do this. There's not just one solution. So let's go to the next one, problem number 2. And anytime you have an exponent on the outside, it is a good idea to just go ahead and distribute it at the beginning. So let's distribute this. A lot of distributing here. All right, first it's going to be 2 squared. And you don't really have to distribute first. You could multiply things on the inside, but x to the 4th, y to the 8th times 2 squared, x to the 8th, y to the 0. All right, now we can continue simplifying. 2 squared is 4. And let's just rewrite this for now. You can do this in as many steps as you want, but I'm just trying to give you guys a little bit of steps. All right, y to the 0 goes away because it's just 1. And we're going to get this here. All right, now I'm going to combine all my x's together and combine all of my y's together. So x's, I have x to the 4th, x to the 8th, and x to the 3rd on the bottom. So my algebraic work here that I'd usually do in my head, I'm going to be doing 4 plus 8 minus 3. So that'd be 12 minus 3, which is going to be 9. So we're going to get x to the 9th. Well, first of all, we have 4 over 2, which is 2. So 2 x to the 9th. Oh, and I do have this 4 here. Oops, we can leave that for now. And then we're going to do the same thing with our y's. So y to the 8th over y to the -2. The work I'm going to do here is 8 minus -2, which is the same thing as 8 plus 2, which is 10. So it's going to be y to the 10th. And I actually end up with nothing on the bottom, so I don't have a denominator here. Last step that I should have done earlier is multiply 2 and 4, which is 8. So this is going to be 8 x to the 9th, y to the 10th. All right, moving along. Same thing here. I would like to go ahead and distribute this first. So let's rewrite m to the negative fourth, n to the negative third, times 2 to the third, m to the negative third, n to the 0. All right, now we can go ahead and start doing our things. So the only number that I have is 2 to the third, so we can just go ahead and rewrite that as 8. And now let's work with our m's. So -4, -3, and then 2. The work that I'll be doing in my head here is -4 plus -3, and subtracting the 1 in the denominator, so -2. This is going to be -7 minus 2 is -9. Now, I could just go ahead and write this as m to the -9th, or I could write m to the 9th down on the bottom. That's going to essentially be what we'll do. Now, my n's, the work that I would do here is -3 plus 0, which is really just -3, and then minus -3, which is the same thing as adding 3. So -3 plus 3 is 0. So we actually just don't end up with any n's here. So this is going to be our answer, but we do want to simplify this 8 over m to the 9th. All right, last one, number 16. This one's fun because it's to the power of 0, which is just 1. And on the bottom, we're going to get 1 over 2yx squared times xy to the third. And we are going to combine these terms. So it's definitely going to be 1 over 2. And then we want to combine the y's. This is really y to the first, so we're going to do 1 plus 3, which is 4. And then we're going to combine our x's as well. Again, this is really x to the first, so 1 plus 2 is 3. It's going to be x to the third. All right, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know if you have any questions. I'd be very happy to help. Just message me in Remind. Okay, have a great rest of your day. Goodbye.